What's up, Met fans? Welcome back. Talking Mets with Rob. How's everybody doing? Before I get started talking about our next manager, Buck Showalter, don't forget, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit on that like button. If you enjoy my content, want to see more, want to get notified when I post my videos and when I go live, you guys know what to do. Hit on that subscribe button, everybody. Alright, guys. So, Buck Showalter, next manager of the New York Mets? I think so. There is no other candidate that Billy Epler, Sandy Alderson, or Steve Cohen should even look at than Buck Showalter. He is the right guy for the job. He is a leader. He knows New York. And he is everything you want in a manager. People have said he is a tactician. As much as he is an old school guy, he does look at the analytics, which is a big thing, as we know nowadays in Major League Baseball. But what this team needs that it lacked last year was not only leadership from players, but they needed leadership from management. And Luis Rojas was not that. He let everyone do what they wanted to do, never called anybody out, and it caused problems within the clubhouse. He couldn't control it. Buck Showalter, guys, is the guy that can lead this team not only to a championship, but can get all these players in order. And if you haven't noticed already, Billy Epler, Steve Cohen, and Sandy Alderson is bringing in guys who are high character guys, veterans, who are not going to deal with inconsistencies and bad decisions and lack of leadership from a new manager, a first-time manager. You need somebody with experience, who's been around the block, and especially who's been in New York in big situations. Buck Showalter was in New York, was the Yankees manager, and was under George Steinbrenner, who is probably the one guy who has the biggest microscope on a player and a manager. Buck Showalter is the guy. If you don't believe me, guys, believe a former Major League player who played under Buck Showalter for many years, and that is none other than Adam Jones. What he said about Buck Showalter is this: I think this would be great. Folks don't have any idea of the real impact he can make on a ball club. He made everyone better and accountable. That's a big key, accountable. I hope they get him. This is from an all-star player who played under Buck Showalter for many, many years. He was a star in the league. If he can get behind Buck Showalter, why can't Mets players and the Mets front office? Buck Showalter is the guy for the job. There's other candidates out there. Some people talked about Beltran. Some talk about Bochy. You heard about Billy Epler's connection with Brad Ausmus. I don't want nobody else than Buck Showalter. Bochy is an interesting option, but I don't think he's going to come to the West Coast with anybody that he doesn't know from the front office. If it was Brian Sabian, maybe he would come. But I don't feel like you're going to get Bochy out of the West Coast, out of retirement, to coach the New York Mets. I think Buck Showalter has been calling for this. He's been saying he wants this. He interviewed for the position before when Callaway got the job. It's just that simple, guys. When Beltran got the job, Buck Showalter was also interviewed. So the Mets interviewed him many times, obviously under different management. But there's no doubt about it that Billy Epler is doing something much different than he did in Los Angeles when he hired Brad Ausmus. That didn't go well after 1 year, and then Artie Moreno, the owner of the Angels, said, I want Joe Maddon. I think Billy Epler learned from his mistake. A rookie manager is not going to work with a team that is currently on this roster right now. You got too many veterans who are not going to deal with the nonsense of a new manager who's got to go through all the mistakes and the problems and figuring things out. Now you can say, yes, you can get a new manager, but get very experienced coaches around them, but there's no guarantee. At the end of the day, the final decision is the manager. Buck Showalter is an analytical guy, not as much as the newer managers nowadays, but he does look at analytics. He is a leader. He makes everyone accountable according to Adam Jones. And he is, I really, really do believe this, guys. Buck Showalter has an agenda. And I think he wants to do what he couldn't finish. With George Steinbrenner and the Yankees wouldn't let him finish and accomplish, and that was the World Series. Let's be honest. Everybody's got to remember. He was the one that built that team up before Steinbrenner fired Showalter to bring in Joe Torre. Buck Showalter put his hands and dug deep with that Yankee team. Did everything he can. He built that team and managed that team. If it wasn't for the strike of 94, who knows where the Yankees would have been. Showalter could have had that World Series. But guess what, guys? Buck Showalter didn't get that opportunity. He lost out on World Championships. Wouldn't you think he would want to stick it to the Yankees and say, I know I can do this, and do it to the crust-time rivals, the little brother of New York in the New York Mets? That's what I want right there, guys. Buck Showalter is the guy. There's no doubt about it. I really, really do think that Buck Showalter is the favorite candidate for the New York Mets, and there's no doubt about that, guys. Once again, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit on that like button. If you enjoy my content, want to see more, want to get notified when I post my videos and when I go live, you guys know what to do. Hit on that subscribe button, everybody. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think Buck Showalter should be the guy? Do you have somebody else on your mind as a new manager or someone who's experienced that I did not mention? Let me know in the comments, guys. I really appreciate all the support, guys. And as always, Met fans, let's go Mets.